Top 10 athletes who committed crimes. In mainstream media, it seems like if you're a good athlete, then you have the ability to get away with any type of crime. But this is not always true. While some athletes have managed to slip through the cracks and have gotten away with some pretty illegal activity, other athletes have committed some pretty crazy acts that could cause them to face some jail time. These 10 athletes have committed terrible crimes and have found themselves coming off their court and into a cell. Number 10. War Machine. Jonathan Copenhaver was a wrestler given the pseudonym War Machine. He had a very aggressive nature, which may have helped him with his wrestling career, but it also led him to attack innocent people. His inability to keep his aggressiveness on the mat led him to lose his career. Number 9. Tonya Harding. Tonya Harding was a renowned skater that was incredibly competitive. She let the idea of winning get to her head and paid someone to bash her arch rival, Nancy Kerrigan's, knee, causing her to be incredibly injured. After a lot of physical therapy, Nancy was able to recover and still managed to win silver at the 1994 Winter Olympics. Number 8. Lee Murray. Lee Murray was raised by an abusive father in London. Growing up, he went into drug dealing and stole from various businesses. After a while, he was able to distract himself with fighting. Although he was able to beat George Riviera, he never took up the sport professionally and was accused of being in a major heist in Morocco in 2006. Number 7. Michael Vick. The NFL quarterback Michael Vick was involved in sponsoring dogfighting. When a dog did not perform well, he would drown them or hang them as punishment. After this news spread, he was immediately withdrawn from endorsements from Coca-Cola, Nike, and EA Sports. On top of that, he was sentenced to 2 years in prison. Number 6. Mike Tyson. While Mike Tyson may be known as the boxer that bit another man's ear off, this is not the crime that he had been accused of. After his many documentaries in the 1990s, he was accused of allegedly raping an 18-year-old model in a hotel room. Although he claimed that the sex was consensual, his beast-like demeanor convinced the court to send him to jail. Number 5. Sally McNeil. The famous bodybuilder, Sally McNeil, was acquitted with charges of killing 2 people, which is where she got her name Killer Sally from. She beat a woman who she suspected was sleeping with her husband, and on Valentine's Day in 1995, she shot and murdered her husband. She has been in jail ever since and still doesn't think that she has done anything wrong. Number 4. Mark Rogowski. Gator, as some called him, was a professional skateboarder from the 1980s and was dumped by his girlfriend, Brandy McLean. After the breakup, her friend Jessica Bergstein asked him to show her around San Diego. He accepted, but later took her back to his apartment where he beat, raped, and murdered her as an act of revenge against Brandy. Number 3. Rae Carruth. Rae Carruth was a former Carolina Panthers wide receiver, but in 2001, he was found guilty to conspire to murder his 8-month pregnant girlfriend. The woman died after being rushed to the hospital and was able to tell investigators what had happened. The child survived, but with permanent brain damage. He is scheduled to get out of jail October 22, 2018. Number 2. O.J. Simpson. The infamous story of O.J. Simpson is one that many people know. He was arrested in 1994 for the murder of his ex-wife, Nicole Brown Simpson, and her friend, Ron Goldman. They were found stabbed to death outside of Nicole's condo. After failing to turn himself in, he was then on a high-speed chase from police. In 1995, the jury found O.J. not guilty of the murders. And if that wasn't enough, after moving to Florida, he was charged with simple battery, burglary, possession, and money laundering. Then in Las Vegas, he was charged with aggravated robbery, criminal conspiracy, kidnapping, assault, and using a deadly weapon. He will be held until 2017. Number 1. Jerry Sandusky. It's pretty difficult to find an athlete that has committed more harsh criminal acts than O.J. Simpson. But Jerry Sandusky, Penn State college football coach, lands a spot at number 1. In 1977, Sandusky founded a nonprofit organization called The Second Mile for underprivileged youth. Unfortunately, he used his good deeds for evil and was investigated for sexually abusing young boys. In the end, he was found guilty for assaulting 45 children and was sentenced to 442 years in jail.
As usual, thanks for watching. If you're not already subscribed, go ahead and click that subscribe button to see more awesome Top 10 clips. We come out with Top 10 videos just for you every week. Be sure to like this clip and leave a comment. Then feel free to go ahead and check out one of our other Top 10 videos you see on the screen now. Now you can also follow us on Twitter, Facebook, Google+, and other social media platforms. Check out the links in the description.